by Sega Technical Institute, Comix Zone was released in August of '95. The Saturn was already on store shelves, Sega CD and 32X were on their way out, and the Game Gear was about to be eclipsed by the Nomad. While Sega focused their efforts on Saturn, the Genesis would receive a few more classics before walking off into the sunset, one of which was Comix Zone. It's a beat-em-up where you play a sketch turner, a comic book writer/artist whose latest creation is struck by lightning, bringing the comic's main villain, Mortis, to life. He then traps his creator within the panels of the comic and forces him to battle aliens, mutants, flying monsters, ninjas, and deadly monks from the majestic mountains of wherever the fuck. Sketch isn't alone, however. Resistance General Alyssa Cyan believes Sketch to be the chosen one and offers assistance as you progress. Along the way, Sketch will find his pet rat Roadkill. What a lovely name. You may be wondering what good is having your pet rat take up a spot in your inventory. Well, believe it or not, he's one hell of a partner. Roadkill can pull levers and tear away the scenery, revealing hidden items. Really, Roadkill is the shit. Then we have your inventory. You can hold up to 3 items, and this is where having a 6-button controller comes in handy. If you're using the classic control pad, the C button cycles through your items. When highlighted, you press the A button to activate it. The arcade pad cuts out the middleman, making actions more immediate. You can pick up bombs, knives, and even special attack, where Sketch turns into a superhero and wipes the slate clean in epic fashion. It's awesome. The A button's attack and B is jump. Sketch can pull off a lot of crazy moves so long as you press A in conjunction with the D-pad. It's fairly intuitive and easy to grasp. Still, I suggest you stick with the arcade pad. Now, this may look like a simple brawler where you rely solely on brawn to solve your problems, though it actually requires some brains too. First, you have the puzzles. Some are as simple as pushing a crate over to a lever, then pulling said lever at the precise moment, while others will force you to use your surroundings so as to avoid taking damage. That's real important because this game is really stingy with power-ups, and to make matters worse, no lives. Alright, get this. If you should die on the first level, which is broken up into 2 sections, Mortis is made flesh and the game is over. The jig is up. The Rubicon is crossed. That may not sound like a big deal, but this Comix Zone is fucking vicious. Sprinkled throughout these levels are crates, barrels, rocks, and even doors. They obstruct your path, forcing Sketch to break him down. Simple, right? Well, it would be if the shit didn't hurt you. Every punch eats away at your life, and seeing as how there aren't many bottles of milk lying around, your health can vanish rather quickly. You have enemies that can block damn near every hit, then you have these bats that will attack you while you're hanging over a pit. Even if you should master the control and whip these ugly bastards silly, you still have to deal with all these fucking crates and shit. Adding to the frustration, there's alternate paths throughout the game, and some are actually way harder. You won't figure that out though until you've died half a dozen times. To be fair, beating the first level earns Sketch 1, I say again, 1 continue. One can't help but wonder why Comix Zone is so difficult, and I think much of it has to do with the length. The game is very short. There's only 3 levels, 6 sections in total. If it weren't so challenging, a halfway decent player could breeze through this apocalyptic wasteland in 15 minutes or less. Personally, I would have preferred more levels instead of insane difficulty, but that may have hindered the game's performance. I mean, just look at this. These are some impressive visuals. The environments and character design perfectly reflect the medium it hoped to emulate. The animation's fluent and these colors really pop. Then we have the sound.
Your kung fu is good.
Really, the audio speaks for itself. Voice samples are clear as a bell, and the score from Howard Drawson kicks ass.
Oh yeah.
The game looks and sounds, in a word, amazing. Comix Zone is short, yes, and the difficulty feels contrived somewhat. That being said, the action, the puzzles, as well as the stellar presentation keep me coming back. Each time I do, I make it just a little bit farther. It's only a matter of time until I beat it. If you're needing a break from Streets of Rage, why not pick up Comix Zone? It's well worth a look, and thanks to the lack of lives and alternate routes, it should keep you busy for a weekend or two.